What we doing today, Dion?
I'm not feeling great, but I'm still working hard. We're doing air ride on the front.
I didn't ask you to gas yourself up. I just said, what we doing today?
No, I don't feel like doing anything. So.
Good. We out here listening to Drake. All he did today was eat. He didn't even work yet.
Get the booty on this car, though. It needs a thick wash. I love this car. This is the best financial decision I've ever made in my life.
No, the best financial you have. Well, actually, it wasn't your decision for her to dump you.
I knew you would say that.
All right, Dante. For the record, how do we get the cars back here?
Helicopters in.
Oh, good. Okay, so nothing illegal.
No. All done. Your birdie. Your birdie, huh? Where your Lulu at, ma? I'm a little upset. You see this plate that I bought? It came with the air ride kit. I didn't need to buy that separate.
Well, you learn your mistakes.
Now, and the cup too. Do I just turn this off or?
Open the lid. Open the lid.
Isn't this hot as fuck?
A little bit. Oh my god. Ooh.
Smells like shit. Why do they not look clean at all?
Well, it was rust. We just put it in water. I told you we should have used some other sort of serum.
Dion, this is the driver's side. You're drunk, but this is how it look. This side over there. Yep. Like that, okay? Alright, this is the clean control arm. This is the one from the passenger side. This one's nice. It's in pretty good shape. I didn't have to do much cleaning. But okay, they are broken down now. Steering link thing. Ball joints off. Okay, so this is the easy side because these are bolts and nuts. The upper control arm is riveted. The ball joint has got rivets, so I gotta cut them frickin' things off. It's gonna fucking suck. There's the old ones. This one's pretty clean. This one should clean up in the sandblaster very easily. The other one, I hit it with the wire wheel right there. That one. Got a good chunk off, but still need a lot. What do we got here? Where'd this come from? I'll take it. Okay, commercials are over. Yeah, I didn't need too many tools to get all this done. 916. This didn't work. They were way too rusted on. I used my hydraulic press to get them off. There's the old ones. It's still good. They need like new caps. But like these aren't bad. They can be cleaned, so I'm gonna save them just for spares. This shit fire. I tell you what, I never worked so hard. We got this wheel too for the drill to get in the little tighter spaces. You know, like that. And then I got this wheel. This wheel has been doing amazing. I've been cleaning a lot of parts with that, the frame and stuff. So these are gonna go into, I might do this tomorrow. These are gonna go into the sandblaster. But I gotta go to my friend's house. He has the cabinet. I have that sandblaster, it's right there. And I'm just using that for the frame and the cracks of the frame. So yeah, these control arm is in pretty good shape. It doesn't look like it needs much. Either it was replaced or it just doesn't have as much shit leaking on it. The other side had the power steering pump. You know, those usually leak. So maybe power steering leaking on it over years and years. And then here we have our 500 cubic inch motor. I'm gonna show you guys the difference later, but as you see, the big dip is at the rear of the motor. 472 is gonna have the dip at the front of the motor. That's one of the main differences you can find right away. Because the 500s were used in the Eldorado front wheel drive cars, and that's why this is at the back. So the only real difference between a 472 and a 500 is the stroke. So the crankshaft is different, but the bore is the same, the block is the same, pan might be different. I think there are 500s with it in the front from commercial chassis, but I don't hold me to that. I don't know. I haven't pulled a 500 out of a commercial chassis yet. This is a 500 from an Eldorado, I think a 1975 Eldo. But I believe all 75s had 500s in them. This thing needs complete tear down, rebuild. I have a 472 block sitting outside that I also got for parts. But this is the bottom end we're using, and we're more than likely going to use these heads. We're going to do the Edelbrock intake, manifold, performance. We're going to do a bigger carburetor. We're going to do a cam. But the bottom end is going to stay the same. The crank is going to be cleaned up, surface cleaned, pistons cleaned. But these cylinders are freaking smooth as butter, bro. Smooth as butter, so that's good. So this is a good engine to build off of. None of the freeze plugs look like they're leaking, so they should be fine. So this is a good motor. I did maybe drop it on the oil pan, so I'm hoping my 472 oil pan will work, just spun around. Actually, it probably won't, but we never know. We'll see what happens. If not, I can fix this one. I did kind of drop it when I moved it. We got, whoa, Sanderson long tube headers for the Cadillac 500 and 472. These beauties are, I believe, ceramic coated. I got these on OfferUp for $100, and these are like, if these are they are the ceramic coated ones, I can tell, because the ones I have on my other hearse are the Sanderson log tubes that are not coated. These ones are coated. These are like $700 or something. So got them for $100. What a deal! They're like brand new. This motor, valve covers, don't worry about them. First off, I have like 5 sets of these 472 stock covers. You can also buy reproduction ones for very cheap, but we are gonna use, where the frick are they? Let's go over here. We're gonna use these bad boys right here. And you might say, Don, these aren't gonna fit. These are from earlier model Cadillacs. Look at how beautiful these are with that cursive script Cadillac embossed on top. Well, guess what, folks? We're gonna make our own adapter kit to put this valve cover on a 472 500. And in order to do that, we're gonna use our CAD software, and we're gonna design and CNC cut an aluminum spacer that will adapt this valve cover to a 500 cubic inch motor. So, and those will be available for sale when I'm done, because I'm going to do all the hard work and design it, and then you guys can just purchase it and bolt it on. It'll come with the bolts and everything. I'm going to fucking do the whole thing, so it'll just bolt right up to this. We need to do everything on this motor. But we're not there yet. We're doing suspension first. So we're gonna have to grind some of this paint off anyways to weld in our plate for the airbag. I just like to talk. I'm sorry. This is gonna be a talk video. This is gonna be a talk video. Let's see. Put this here. I still need to hang that up. Harbor Freight been coming clutch on the tools. That's our tank. We're gonna open these up, but these are the bag cups. Your top of your bag bolts in here. This is for the airline, and that goes up into the frame. Okay, so we can show you, if I can get to them without cutting my finger off. Look at these beauties. Twisted Images out here doing the Lord's work and hooking us up with these plates right here. Already designed, already pre-cut. We actually do need to modify it a little bit because they don't fit, but they're close. So, there we go. It's very, actually, oh, it's close. We need to shave a little more out of the corners here, but it's very close. So it doesn't need much. So that sits there like that, and then we will weld, put a stitch there, a stitch here, and here, and then your bag will bolt here. It's got a little wiggle room, nice slotted slot there. for that. So that's for the lower, and then the upper bag goes to there, goes to this one. And we have two versions of this one, but we're gonna use this one because we want to get it as low as possible. We want to sit pretty close to frame on the floor. Let me get a bag. Ugh. I believe this is the front bag. So there's gonna be a bolt right in the middle. It's gonna bolt right there like that. Okay. And then, oh my God. And then you get this one, and this one has two bolts. Boom, 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 boom. Air. What the fuck am I talking about? This goes there on the ball joint. Wee-hoo, wee-woo, wee-woo, wee-woo. I don't know what that does exactly. I forgot. I think that steers the car. Yeah, something like that. Fuck, when I put that bolt. I need this. There's another project. That Honda 50cc, CRF 50. That I just bolted up a 125 motor to. I still haven't finished that, but you know what? That could wait because 58 more important. And look at this. I've never done airbags on a car in my life, but guess what? We're doing it big time. 58 is my dream car, and I want it to be perfect, and so we're gonna do everything. We're gonna do it all. Willwood disc brake conversion. Let's go. Here's one of them right here. Powder coated in black, of course. Look at these beauties, bro. I forgot if these are dual piston or 4-piston. I don't remember. Doesn't really matter. These are what we're going with on our 58 Caddy. This is the complete kit to convert your 58 Cadillac from the drum brakes to the disc brakes. So this is everything you need. These are the adapter plates here. Driver, passenger. These are the brake pads. Remember these numbers? Because one day when I have to change the pads, it's going to have to be these numbers, obviously. Rotors are down in here, so there's 2 rotors, pads, the bolt kits, the adapter plates to mount your calipers, and the said calipers. And this is going to be so freaking sick, dude. Like, my whole life, I've been wanting to build cars. And I'm doing it, and it's great. And building my dream car is just a dream come true. Stay there. But this kit, I mean, this shit was expensive, bro. But when it's your dream car, you spare no expense. You should spare no expense. Okay, so these hold on here because you can see that, I forgot what that's called. But that's where those go. You can see that. And then these are for right here. Dude, easy kit to install. And it comes with steel braided lines are in here somewhere. There's a wheel spacer if we need it. What is this? Oh, these are the lines. Steel braided lines. That's nice. That is very nice. So yeah, I mean, when you're building your dream car, you gotta spare no expense, man. I mean, it sucks, and yeah, you know, is this shit expensive? It is. That is a messy job, but we have a nice clean frame now, and we are ready to move on to cutting our notches in here for the bag clearance for the lower control arm. lower control arms are mostly taken apart now. They need to be sandblasted. This one's a lot dirtier and worse than, look at this one's pretty clean. It might have been replaced at some point. But yeah, these should clean up nicely in the sandblast cabinet. I still need to cut these rivets off and pop the ball joint off. That's probably gonna be a pain because I had to use a hydraulic press to get these ones out of there. And then we'll be able to go over to my friend's. He's got the sandblast cabinet. Can use that to clean up all these parts, and then we can paint them. My dad had to steal my impact and sockets for changing his sister's tire, my aunt. So I need to wait until he gets back and I can take this off. But what we're gonna do now is take this sway arm off so we can sand and paint this and put the new bushings. And while this is off, we can also sand down this section better. But it's all pretty clean now, as you see. Still need to get the sandblaster to clean some of the little nooks and crannies I couldn't get to. We got to take this old Mickey Mouse motor mount off, which might prove to be difficult, but looks like that's a lug nut on there holding it. Yeah, and then once that's off and everything, then we can move on. So apparently little bugs love paint, because there was no bugs here, and then I just painted the frame and now there's a million like little gnats everywhere. I don't know if you could see them. That doesn't make any sense. Anyways, the frame is cleaned and painted this gloss black. Like I said, I only painted up to here and forward. Got the cross member support bar off, but damn, it looks good. I tell you what, I've never built a car to this extent before. Not that I haven't done a lot of this before, but I've done it in different steps. Like the 70, I never had the fenders off. Pulled the motor and I got inside there and cleaned up a little bit, but I never went to this extent. I mean, I just finished with the detailed sandblasting, cleaning everything up. Now we're gonna have to do some more painting later because we need to cut and we need to do some welding. So we're gonna have to grind some of the paint back and then paint over when we're done. But this is the first coat. I don't know how good it's coming up on camera, but we used this paint here, roll bar chassis paint, rust corrosion resistant, high temp. So this stuff is like 15 or 16 bucks a can. It is expensive. It took me almost a whole can to do this. I gave it a couple coats, but it looks really good. The only thing that's gonna suck is this car is outside, so it's probably gonna, you know, get rained on, it's gonna get dirty, but at least now there's no rust and grime and gunk, so we'll be able to just power wash this before we do another big step like put the motor in or something. I need to drop these pockets. Like I said, we were able to get all the gunk out from everywhere, which was really good. We used 2 different wire wheels. We first hit everything with this big boy on the angle grinder. Then we moved on to this to get in the more fine details. After that, we sandblasted all the smaller crevices and spots we couldn't get to, like up in here. And ta-da, there she is, a beautiful front frame. I still don't have the impact gun, but I'm gonna take this inside the shop and sand this down by hand and then paint it. That way we'll be able to put our new bushings on, and then we can bolt these back in. So that'll be done and out of the way. I'm not going to cut the pockets out until these are back in, the lower control arms, because we want to see exactly where we're going to cut. We don't want to cut too much. I could give an estimate and cut a little bit less and then have to cut more, but I'd rather have to make the least amount of cuts as possible. So I'm gonna do these first. So we're gonna take these in the shop. We're gonna cut these rivets off to drop these ball joints. We're gonna use the ball joint removal tool to try to get those out. And then tomorrow we can take these over to the sandblast cabinet. So if we come over here, the frame is dry now and looks beautiful. Look how pretty, nice and smooth, glossy. Definitely needs, I can see one line right there where I missed a little bit, but that's okay because we're gonna hit it again later. So this is driver's side, and that ball joint, I even drilled out the rivets, bro, and it's still stuck in there. I can't get this damn thing out. Somebody's probably watching this thinking I'm an idiot. I don't know what I'm doing, but I cut off the nub on this side too. And dude, this thing, I even tried my hydraulic press. I can't get it out. The new ball joints that I bought, upper and lower, are just screws, but stock, these are riveted on the top side. It's making my life very hard. But what's good though is we got this one all the way down. Once that's out, I'll be happy. And then this one is a way cleaner condition, almost all the way apart. So I need to, the goal is actually, so my friends are going to be coming over in a few hours when they're off work. I had the day off today. They're going to head over after work and they're going to help me with these, and then we're going to bring these to my friend's house with the sandblast cabinet to hit these. So all right guys, I finally got the upper control arm ball joints off. That sucked. Having to drill out those rivets and push them out was not easy. But this is all the driver's side parts. This is all the passenger parts. Yes, I'm painting them on gravel. I didn't want to paint them on my floor. The shop is too dirty, so I don't care if the rocks have paint on them. So pretty much everything's dry except for the uppers. I just painted that because I finally finished that. These ones still need to get drilled out to the correct size, but I wanted to have everything painted. I painted the bag mount because I want those to dry. So the bottom side of the bag mount, and then I'll flip it, I'll put it in there, I'll grind clean, I'll weld it, and then we'll paint some more on there. So that looks good. Frame still looks good. We installed this this morning, with our new rubber. As you see, it's not tightened yet. I'm just leaving it loose until I line these parts up, but this is nice and painted, and the new bushing is there. I even went and got some brand new grade 8 bolts instead of using the old rusty ones. We have an ultrasonic cleaner, so most of the bolts are going to get ultrasonic cleaned and then put back on. But this is looking really good. It's already dusty, which kind of sucks, but that's life. It's going to get really dusty being outside. And now I still need to clean and paint that bar. That thing is so gunked up. And so I'm letting those parts dry, and then we're going to go to my friend's house. I'm going to borrow his welder and weld those lowers. Then we can put all the bushings on and start mocking things back up to get our cutouts here. Actually, I think what I'll do now is I'll unbolt that cup and make the cut for the airline, and then bolt those back in. All right, so here's that pocket, and as you see, the airline won't make it through right here. So we're gonna cut out some of that right here. We're gonna leave the structure. We're not gonna cut the whole thing, but I did mark. We're gonna cut that out right there, and that'll give us room for our airline, and then we can bolt this back in. So there's the cutout. As you see, the integrity remains of the whole part. And we rounded the edges of the corners there, cleaned it up. So now our pocket will sit like that. And now we have room for the airline, no matter where this is sitting on that pocket. Now we cut a little extra in case it's sitting a little like this or like this, So ideally you want it in the center, but that's pretty good right there. Cut a little extra. And yeah, I'll hit the grinder, clean it up a little bit more right here, and then we'll put this back on and do the other side. So while I'm waiting for paint to dry, I decided to pull out my Elvira cutouts from the 90s out of the rafters. They were up here for a long time, and decided to pull them out and look at them because I wanted to make sure I remembered each one I have. Because when I go to flea markets and yard sales or whatever, I'm always looking for these, and I want to try to get every single one that they've made. There's some pretty rare ones that are worth a lot of money, but this is what I got so far. This is my most recent pickup. This one. We got the cool HBO one with the bat and the TV. They're all Coors Light, actually. These are all from the 90s. This one's probably the most rough shape. This one I got at a yard sale for $10 for this one. And the moon for it is over there. That's the moon for that one. The bat moon goes to this one. This one's actually new old stock, was never used in a store. So this one's brand new, and that's the original box for it. Got this one for, I think, $70. This one I think I got for $30 at the flea market. This one I paid a little more. I paid $70 for this one. And I think I paid $20 for that. But yeah, they're very cool. I mean, they're 90s Halloween, man. I love this one. This one is so cool. I just love the artwork. So 90s, dude. I love it. I think this one's 95 or 6. They're all about mid-90s. But yeah, I'm still missing like the one from her movie. That one's pretty rare. I'm missing the mug root beer one. That one's pretty rare. And there's a couple other like variations of some of these that I'm missing, but like I think I'm missing the one that came out the same year as this cutout did. Unless that one came out with one of these. I don't really remember. But I have some really cool stuff in my Elvira collection. So I've been very blessed to meet her many times. I've thought about bringing these to get signed, but they're not in the best shape. But it is really nice because there's a nice big blank canvas that she could sign. You know, each one has a moon she could sign. But they're pretty rough and they're cardboard, so they deteriorate, and I take good care of them and all, but they're cardboard, so I don't know if I want to get these signed. I have a lot of her signatures on other cool things, so maybe I'll show you guys that later. But there's the partition glass that we're gonna put in the 58. That's actually an Elvira beer vinyl banner from her Elvira's Night Brew beer. That's a pretty rare piece. Some commercial glass for 58, commercial other stuff, and an absolute mess from cleaning parts. But those parts, the lower control arm should be dry, so I'm gonna grab those and one of my angle grinders, and I'm gonna head out to my friend's house to clean those parts and weld them. So it's only gonna take me about 10 minutes to weld everything, and then we'll come back home, we'll paint them, and then next. All right, so this is not the most fun job right here. As you see, many different cutting tools here. But driver's side bag pocket is cut. You gotta get through some couple layers of thick steel, but here we go. Now this will come up and we'll sit pretty flat. So we got clearance there, and clearance there. It's hitting like 2-3 spots. It's just loose in here right now. So once we tighten it up, we'll know exactly where we need to just clean up a little bit. But you can see the clearance is there. So this is gonna be fully sitting on the floor. Oh, look at that paint melted when I did some welding. Right there. There's no problem. We welded in shock mount, lower shock mount support there. There's the bag mount we welded in. As you see, so I'm gonna grab one of the airbags and just do a quick test fit to see how it looks in there. I already kind of went through and cleaned this all up with the angle grinder. This is not the prettiest. I'll try to clean it up a little bit better, but yeah. I tried to get close to this rivet, but I wanted to leave these rivets. This one I probably went a little further over than I had to, but that's okay. I'm trying to deburr some of this too, you know. I went through it already, but let's grab an airbag and just loosely bolt it up and see how it looks. Okay, first little quick mock-up with the airbag in there. As you see, it's bolted onto the plate. Our air fitting has clearance from that notch we cut. Those two bolts hold the top cup. The cup wraps around that cut that we cut. Nice and perfect. This guy, I think, it's not sticking through enough for my liking to fit like a washer and everything, so we might have to get a longer all thread. But also I was wrong about this. This guy goes here with your rod from here to here. When I was like drinking and cleaning parts, I was like, oh, there's a shock mount here, but that's the control arm thing. We got new ones of those too. We have to put an upper shock mount here, and then the shock will go from up, you know, up in there. But dude, this is sick. My friends are on the way. They're gonna help me. We're gonna do all the ball joints. I got the bushings in. It kind of sucked. Whoa, these guys. I need to still put the thing, but we're just kind of mocking. As you see, everything's loose. We're just gonna kind of mocking it up. The things that we will do permanent is the ball joints we'll put in permanently. Those are in permanently. We just need to make sure they're adjusted and centered, and then we can bolt it to the frame. But I want to clean all these bolts, so my friend's gonna bring his ultrasonic cleaner, and we'll clean these before we put everything back together. We're not gonna grease everything yet, because you know, we're not going to be driving it or moving it or anything. So I don't want to grease everything until I'm ready. But yeah, this cutout, is it the most beautiful thing? No, but it gets the job done. It's double walled up in here in the sides, so should be good to go. The only thing we need to do now, like I said, is weld the upper shock mount, which we can do later. So yeah, I'm charging the batteries for all these right now, and then we will move on to the other side, and we have this whole thing mocked up, and we'll put the hubs on, and we'll throw a couple tires on it, and maybe we'll put the front fender right here back on, and we'll drop this on the floor, and we'll see how low it sits, because we might have to do some cutting in the wheel wells as well. So we need to put this on the bags. I said these are not going to be permanently tightened in yet, but we just need to mock everything up, see where it's going to sit, see if we have to cut wheel well, and this will also help us know exactly how much of a C-notch we need to cut in the rear end, but that's going to come later. I'm taking care of as much of the front as I can first, before we go to the rears. But dude, this is looking sick. I've never done air ride on a car. This is not a how-to video. This is a let's see if I screw it up video. Let's just have some fun and see how it goes. But I've done the research. I have friends who have done air rides, so I talked to them, and I think it's gonna be sick, bro. It's gonna be so sick. Oh my god, I'm so tired. My back is killing me. It's only like 12 o'clock, so I think when my friends get here, we'll go eat, and then we'll come back, and then while they're doing ball joints, I'll cut out the second pocket. Hopefully we finish around the same time, and then we can put all the other shit on, including the wheelwood brake hubs. Not the calipers, but just the hubs. So we can drop this on the floor with some tires and see what it looks like.
Or you could stick your hand in there, right? Oh my god.
It was only at 80 degrees Celsius.
No, that's Fahrenheit. All right, let's go look at the car. Let's go look at the car.
Everything. Why don't we...
Can we go look at the car first, because I'm filming?
Why don't we put the ball joints on so we can actually see it still on the floor?
We will, damn it.
We're running out of daylight. It's hot.
Like the Drake song?
It's fucking hot. I gotta put a little more paint on here too. I can do that later. Gotta make sure everything fits. I hope those tie rods come off.
a little nervous about that.
So explain to family what we've done.
Okay, guys. So
what we have done.
I did this by myself. No one has helped. New bushings here on the sway bar. We have our pockets cut out for the airbag to fit. You don't have to cut this out as far as I know, but cutting this out gives you like 3 more inches of drop. And we're trying to sit this basically on the floor. So we had to, as possible. We had to cut that out. There's a pocket we cut out there for the airline. We did the welding. I say we a lot, but I did the welding a couple days ago, and this morning I cleaned all the control arm parts and they're painted and ready to be put on. So now what we're going to do is finish putting the control arm shit back together, and then we're going to mock up everything. We're going to bolt everything back on. Not permanently, but we're going to bolt everything back on. We're going to put the Willwood brake hubs on for the disc brakes, and then we're going to put 2 of those tires on, and we're going to let this sit on the floor and see how low it sits, and then we'll put one of the fenders on the driver's side, and we'll see how it looks, because we might have to cut some of the wheel well out too, because we're sitting pretty low. So that's the game. And then yeah, those tie rods, I'm a little nervous. They're pretty crusty. Hold on. Nice and easy now.
Hope we can get her off the floor.
Yeah, the jack might have to stay there. Okay, doing things.
Oh,
Like, how do you get nervous for everything?
because that jack is...
Bro, that shit is on the floor. Man, damn, that's the low-pro jack too, actually. Damn.
Oh
son.
my god.
Damn, son. Bro, that is hard as hell. That's so sick.
The jack can't come out.
No, we might have to figure that out. All the cutouts look good. Man, where the fuck is my oil pan gonna go? Yeah, when we mock the engine in here, we're definitely gonna have to do it with the car flat. Dude, this is so badass. This was worth all me crying for the last 3 days. This motherfucker's hot. Film him trying to wait. Fucking Cam sabotaging me.
Are we gonna have a celebration dinner?
Yeah, you're paying. Alright, Shad, you get the front and I'll get the rear.
I like to get it from the rear. Well, I got my
fuck
side,
it up. Fuck it up.
My fucking garfo is so sharp.
I wish I knew how to zoom out of this
That
thing.
one don't zoom, that's a fixed lens. You move your feet to zoom. I know he don't like to do that.
Towards you.
Like more?
Huh, maybe towards the end.
Damn, we ready for the car show.
Dent that.
No, it's not bad.
That goes under that trim on the
It
wiper.
don't gotta be perfect. It look good like that.
I know, I just don't want it to. Technically.
This is what debt looks like.
Technically. Ow! I know what's crazy? It'll actually go a little bit lower. It's sitting on jack right now.
It is.
It will go a little lower. Yeah, we're gonna have to cut some of this out for the shock mount.
For sure.
For the shock right there. Oh, we're definitely gonna have to cut it out. These bolts go in here. I think, right? Maybe not. I can be wrong.
It looks like it.
Well, no,
no, I think you're wrong.
because this cross member
Why is everything blue?
will lift this up.
Just press this halfway, the shutter button.
That's good.
Yeah, once we put the center member, then we'll know where this sits for real. Good work.
Why is it leaning more toward the driver's side?
Because that tire's flat.
Oh, that's right.
It's funny because from here with it slanted, it just looks like a hoopty. Oops, stepped and left a footprint in my wheel.
It was Cam, I know it.
Wait, let me set up my phone too.
So you just think I'm not gonna give you the video? Yo, fuck you then.
I don't know how that would work. I'll make the sound.
Fender falls off. Go up again, go up again. Go all the way up again. Go, yo.
Did it look cool?
It actually didn't look that cool. I hate to break it to you, like, because I could see all of the rest of the car that's not there.
It's called progress, motherfucker. It's called built, not bought. It's the last time I'm doing it. So if you don't get it.
No, we need like 2 or 3 shots.
I don't know, you better be careful though, because that whole fucking fender popped out.
Alright, ready?
Yep.
We're definitely gonna have to cut them wheel wells a little bit.
Sheesh. Start it up.
Yeah, get the carb. Dude, this thing drops hella. Look at that.
I have it on my video too.
Dude.
When you made the sound, it felt like it was real. It felt like it was real.
It's perfect. Crazy part? This was the easy half. That's gonna be the harder half. Is the rear.
I'm out of town that week.
That is actually gonna suck really bad.
He said, I just saw it live.
Just standing here live.
It's better on the replay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like the Drake meme. You know, this glass is probably fine other than the hole.
Hope we can get it off the flow.
Yeah, the jack might have to stay there. Okay, it's doing things. Like, how do you get nervous for everything?
Because that jack is...
Bro, that shit is on the floor. And damn, that's the low pro jack too, actually. Damn, son.
Good.
Damn, son. Bro, that is hard as fuck. That is so sick.
The jack can't come out.
No, we might have to figure that out.
We just need to. Oh, you get some wood blocks
For what?
to put under the tires so we can get the jack out, just so we can see how low it go.
All the cutouts look good. Man, where the fuck my oil pan gonna go? Yeah, when we mock the engine in here, we're definitely gonna have to do it with the car flat. Dude, this is so badass. This was worth all me crying for the last 3 days.
I didn't even look at it.
Ow. I'll make the sound.
Fender falls off.